Hello everybody. Hello YouTube. How's everybody here on YouTube? I'm doing a live broadcast tonight, or I'm trying to. I tried that last night, did not do so well, so we're gonna give it a try again and see what happens. This is part 2 of my thrift store upcycle. So if you caught my first one, let me remove my glasses because I am getting a little bit of a glare. That's kind of the nature of the beast when you wear glasses. That's okay, as long as I can see my project that I'm working on. But this is what we're going to do tonight. So we're going to talk a little bit about the part 1 that I did, which is the glazing project from a thrift store find of the lamp that I found. You can hear the motorcycles going by. If you missed this, you can find it in my YouTube channel under part 1 of Thrift Store Upcycle, and it shows you start to finish how I got this beautiful, beautiful finish, and I love it. It turned out great. So tonight what we're going to do is we're going to finish that project, okay? And I have this burlap lampshade, and I'm going to hand paint it. And I started just a little bit, and just a little bit of a hint of what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to do wildflowers kind of all the way around this. So we'll see how it turns out. Hopefully it turns out okay. I was going for Queen Anne's lace with this, but it's starting to look a little more like one of those little dandelion seeds, so that's fine too. So whatever will be will be. You have to remember, when you are working with burlap and you're trying to paint on burlap, it's very, very thick and there's a lot of texture, so it is a little bit harder than a smooth surface. So it takes a little bit of getting used to, but it can be done, and that's what I'm going to show you tonight. Okay, so that's what you can expect. So let me do a quick introduction. My name is Kelly Weiler. I'm the owner of Girl UPcycled, and we are in the studio here tonight, which is what you can see back behind me. And I'm closed right now, and that's usually when I like to go live and do little projects for all of you out there on the internet. And my channel here on YouTube is all things art, upcycling, and DIY. And we are physically located in Ohio, in this little cute little lazy river town called Zanesville, just an hour east of Columbus, and absolutely love it when I get to meet y'all. So if you are brand new to my YouTube channel, please give me a shout out and let me know where you're from. And if you like all things art, upcycling, and DIY, then you will want to make sure that you subscribe and that you hit that little notification bell, and you'll get notified whenever I have a brand new video up. Okay, so let me just kind of adjust my video cameras a little bit here so we can get started. Has anyone else painted on burlap yet? It's a little less forgiving than, like, say, if you're painting on like canvas pillows, pillowcases, which we may be doing that too, by the way, but it can be done. So let's kind of get started, and then we can chit chat a little bit while we're on here. Okay, so on the base of this, I used all DIY paint products from Debi's Design Diary. It's an all-natural clay-based product. The color that I used here, that bold turquoise, is called Mermaid Tail, which that just makes you smile, right? So I think I want to go ahead and get a little bit of Mermaid Tail on my plate here, and maybe we'll do a little flower with that because I want to kind of pull those colors in together. When you are painting on burlap, you may need to just slightly water it down just a little bit. Hi Terry, how are you? So you might want to just slightly water it down, just a smidgen, and that'll kind of allow it to absorb just a little bit. The clay-based paint is very thick, so you can kind of, try it yourself, get a feel for it. You could actually paint it thick on here with a knife if you wanted to. There's really no rhyme or reason, no rules. It's just what you like, and that's what I love about art. So the next color I'm going to put down, which I'm sure I'm going to use, is Fancy Farm Girl. This is, again, the DIY paint, and I just have them in these bottles because I do a ton of classes, and it makes it really easy to get the paint out during the classes. I'm going to put a little bit of brown on there for some of the stems. I'm sure I'll need that, and that is layered chocolate. I will drop a link down in here so we can all easily find everything. Let me see. Let's do something. I don't know how this will show. It may not show up, huh? That may not show up, guys. I'm going to go ahead and put a smidgen on here, because if I do like a bright red or orange and maybe a little bit of Kissing Booth. I think I'm going to put some Kissing Booth, which is like a bold fuchsia tone. Hi, Jerry Ann. If you have questions too, by the way, just let me know. I don't see anything. Let me look on the live chat here. Hi, Delia. I hope I'm saying your name right. What a beautiful name. I'm going to use a little bit of that fuchsia. I think that's going to be popping bold on here, don't you think? Let's do, I think some reds would be good. What do you think? The brighter one? Let's do the little bit bolder one. So you do need to keep in mind that the burlap is dark, so you want to make sure you're putting things on that kind of pop. Gloria Santos, I am using DIY paint. Let me pull it out here so y'all can see. This is DIY paint. It is from Debi's Design Diary from Debi Beard. It's an all-natural, no VOC, clay-based paint. Okay, so I'll put that down there so y'all can see it. And I will be dropping a link in the comment section and in the description on my YouTube channel so y'all can find this. Okie doke. And y'all know a day just isn't a day of successful painting until I have a little old 57 painted somewhere in my life. That's just the way I roll. Hi, Davina from Nashville. So good to see you. Was in Nashville last year with the DIY paint boot camp with Debi Beard and Jamie Ray, Turquoise Iris, just all the cool peeps were there. All right, so I do have some ideas that I pulled on Pinterest. So what you can do if you kind of need ideas, I never recommend copying anybody's verbatim, but you can kind of get ideas of what kind of shape flowers, or you know, it just kind of gives you an idea on maybe like like a certain pattern, or you know what I'm saying. So I'm just going to go ahead and using green, and I have not yet watered this down. I'm just going to try it first to see how it shows up. Let's do some little blades of grass here, and let's see how it works with a knife too, just for fun. I always teach in my Creators Club that not to be afraid to try things. Oh, Davina, you saw me at the boot camp. Awesome. I met so many awesome people there. So you can get a nice straight line. I'm not sure how it'll do on the burlap, but like I said, I always tell my students, just if you wonder about something, then give it a try. You know, what's the worst that could happen? So I'm going to paint like a little blade of grass on here is kind of what I'm going for. And I think I'm going to do some florals just kind of like all the way around this. Don't you think it'd be fun? We painted lampshades in my club the other day, well, last week I think it was, and it was really fun. They were not burlap though, they were the silk lampshades, and it's a whole different ball game with the silk because it is so smooth. Does that look like a blade of grass? It's kind of what I'm going for. And it needs to have a nice little, maybe it's bent. Let's put a little bend on it. There's no rolls. Well, like I said, if you want, you can wet this down. Let's see what happens. Get a little bit of water here. And maybe I'll have a little drink too while I'm at it. Hello, Sharon. How are you? Good to see you here. And I switched back over to my brush. Let me see what I like better. You definitely have a little more control with the brush, but there's no, I think that looks okay. So if there are any questions over on YouTube, please be patient with me because I'm kind of just figuring my way around over there. I usually do edited videos over there, so I'm starting to do more and more of the live stuff just because honestly, gang, it's, you know, it's just quicker. And I'm going to put a little bit of brown in that because I'm doing lives anyway. Let's do a little bit of, let's put a little line, let's see what happens. Yeah, I think that helped just a little bit. Hi Amy, how are you? So sorry about yesterday's lives, gang. If something happens over on Facebook, you guys can catch this over on YouTube. I'm not sure what has been going wrong with my feed lately. All right, I think I need some white. I think little daisies would show up good on here. So let's do some little daisies. And I'm just gonna have fun with it. I wanted to kind of go ahead and have half of this done before I started. It didn't work out. And I'm gonna get a fatter brush for this one to do some daisies. It's a round brush, has a nice, I don't know, chunky top to it. So I'm gonna use this. See if I get a nice little floral. Might be a little too big, but we'll find out. We will find out pretty soon. Let's do, and I do think I need more water for this. Let's see what happens. And I'm just going to kind of push down and I'm going to kind of pull in to get my little daisies. How is everybody today? Are y'all getting tired of summer yet, or are you still loving it? Is everybody tired of the heat? So hot and humid here, but I'm not tired of it yet. I must say. I'm not ready for Christmas yet, if that's what y'all are thinking. I'm sure nobody else is either. We have yet to get our vacation in, so we're looking forward to that. Like I said, add a little bit of water to this, gang. It's a little difficult. I would recommend getting a little bit of like a scrap piece of burlap and try it first on that, just to make sure, so you get the feel for it, because it is very, very different than the usual, right? So not very smooth. Get the hang of it. Let's do one down here. I think I'm going to keep most of it like here and down. I don't think I'm going to be going all the way up to the top. Thanks, Amy. Amy, how are you doing with your projects? We got quite a few people in here that have businesses of their own, right? If you have a creative business of your own, let me know. Let us all know. Type it in there so we can go and support you as well. But hers is called Fashion Toppings, and I know she's on Facebook and YouTube both, and she does a lot of fun creative things. She does a lot of fun DIY videos, and you'll probably find a lot of your friends follow the same kind of pages that you follow, so it's always nice to let your friends know about these new channels that you find, right? Oh, that's right, it's AJ's Vintage Designs on Facebook and Fashion Toppings on, wait a minute, Fashion Toppings on YouTube. Hold on one second. Okay. I don't know why I'm not seeing messages over here. Like I said, I'm still getting used to it. I think it's going to be cute. As you can see, the white is really popping, so it's kind of up to you, you know, with what you want to do. Maybe you want yours all white. That would be pretty too. You don't have to do the color. I like color though. If you've been following my page for any time, you would know that I love color. Hi, Carrie. How are you? Yes, yes, I'm painting again and again. Okay, let's go ahead. I'm gonna put my little, I'm using my knife here just because it's kind of easy to get that line. And usually when I do florals, it's usually thicker as you go down the stem, right? It's kind of thin at the top and it gets a little bit thicker down here. So I try to keep that in mind when I'm putting that out there. And let's put some little leaves out here. And if I'm remembering correctly, I'm trying to see, I think they have kind of a thick, jagged kind of a leaf to it, right? So you don't have to get completely literal with this, especially on something like burlap, okay? Because it is so rough, it's so thick, it's so texturized. You just want to kind of put that insinuation, right, of what it is, and you'll be fine. So a lot of times that is something that when people are getting frustrated, they're trying to get too much detail in there, right? Save yourself the frustration. Let's do this down this way. Definitely takes a little more work getting it to soak in. That's okay. Y'all working on projects today too? I had a pretty good day. I had some awesome customers come in. I get to chit chat. Thinking about doing some shows in September, so I'm excited about that. So I will definitely let you know if I do what shows I'm going to be at, if I do decide to do them. What else is happening in my world? I'm going to start carrying the IOD products. So that's pretty exciting. I've been working with IOD, which stands for Iron Orchid Design, if you're not familiar with that. Does everybody know who Iron Orchid Designs, who they are? Well, they are the ones that own those really cool molds that you can use clay with. I actually have a workshop that I run here, and we have been using hot glue. And I have a great big pot, and it warms up the hot glue. And you just pour that hot glue in the molds, and then you can put it on furniture, you can put it on home decor, art projects, fabulous. So they have that. They also have transfers that you just kind of scrape on. They're awesome. They're really nice ladies. A couple of sisters own that, Josie and Sally, and they're just sweet as can be. And I've been doing demos for them for quite some time. We met clear back in the days when we were on Periscope. Is anybody still on Periscope? I don't even know. But that's how I met them. And they had me do some demos and stuff for them. And I'm finally jumping on board, and I'm going to carry the products, and I will be sending it out online. So you can order it no matter where you're at in the States. So I'm excited. So excited. Cute, huh? So you can see how the detail, it's not extremely detailed. Mama Jojo is excited about the molds. Yeah, you're gonna like that, girl. I think there was another question that popped up that I missed. Let me see if I can find it. Doo-doo-doo. Oh, thank you. Oh, I'm starting to see all these chats now. 2 nights in a row. Yeah. Okay, I need to, whoops. Cancel. Well, I lost it. I'll have to go back and look. I promise I will check my messages when I get done here. Promise, promise. Okay? So I'm gonna go back in, and I'm just gonna layer, let's see, some yellow. Like I said, the yellow probably wouldn't show up too well, but the fact that, you know, you're putting it inside the flowers here, it'll be fine. Don't be too perfect either. I mean, that's when things kind of start looking like they've been manufactured, right? And to have a little bit of flaws to it. I'm just going in with a little bit of the layered chocolate. I'm going to pounce a little bit of that in there. It kind of gives it a more realistic look. So what else? I think I need to put some other flowers on here too. I'm not sure. So what I like to do too, if I'm just kind of looking for different ideas on flowers, you can just have like a whole, pull up like real pictures if you want to, of flowers. That'll kind of help give you some ideas. I think we need some blues. Let's do some blues. I think I should put that like in the middle here somewhere. Let's do it. Let's do it. What kind of paint am I using? I am using, I have it covered, DIY paint. I'm going to take a drink while I'm at it. All natural clay-based paint. It's lovely to work with. And let's see, I think I want this flower kind of like maybe either going over top of that leaf or under it or something. So, I don't know, we'll figure that out as I go along. Try another brush. And I'm just grabbing rounded brushes, guys and gals. Let's see. I'm gonna add a little water to my paint. Whoops, or a lot of water in that case. Okay. Let's see. Whoops, it's really, boy, I got a lot of water in there. I did not mean to do that. That's all right. Let's do some, hopefully that won't bleed. We'll see what happens. Let's do like, don't ask me what kind of flower I'm painting, because I don't know yet. I'm making this up as I go along right now. One of these days we will do a little paint along. Once I get organized, I'll get one set up to where we can all kind of paint together, and I'll have a list for you where you can get the supply list and all that good stuff. Would that be fun? Would y'all like that? I think that would be kind of fun. Let's make this kind of a bigger. So my plan is to really have this covered all the way around. This will be for sale when I get it done. I think it'll be pretty cute. I'm using mermaid tail right now. Everybody says yes, they like the paint alongs. Yeah, I'll let y'all know ahead of time. Are y'all on my email list by chance? Because I will definitely send that out to my email list first. They always get first dibs on new things that I'm doing. So I notice on this color, it's really soaking in, and I accidentally, like I said, I got it pretty wet. Got that pretty wet. So it's really soaking in a little more than I originally planned. So let me get out of that watery part and let's get the thicker part, because I really want that vibrancy of that turquoise down there, okay? We need that. Starts to run all together after a while, and that's fine. We'll go in with some highlights, and then that'll really make it pop. Oh, I like that. I like it. Okay. What's my fun? I think I'm going to use a squirt bottle instead of pouring it on there. I think I'll have a little better control of the water. Any questions? Did I miss anything? Bum-ba-dum. Let's see. Jojo says, yes, please. Okay. Been working last 2 days on coffee table. 100-degree heat. Oh my gosh. In Dallas. Oh, good Lord. Dear girl, I'm so sorry. Cheery and vibrant. It is, right? So let's see what happens. We're gonna go ahead. I've got like one of those little liner brushes, right? This is what that looks like. You guys see that? And I'm gonna pop this right inside that old 57. And we're gonna just put some strokes in. And that's gonna make this kind of come alive a little bit. See that? Doesn't that look much better? It just makes it pop. So do not judge things until you get it underway, gang, okay? Don't judge things. That would be like, that's equivalent to somebody walking in while you're in the middle of cleaning your bedroom. You're cleaning your closet, right? And what's the first thing you do when you clean your closet? You make a big old mess and everything's all over the bed and everything's pulled out of the drawers, right? Exactly. So that means everything looks a little tousled before, you know, before you get it how you want it, right? Good advice. Yes, we can all relate to that. All right, I'm gonna mix in a little bit of, you guys can't see my plate. I'm gonna mix in a little bit of green with my brown, just to kind of give it some earthy yumminess that I want. Wet it down a little bit. Don't ask me what flour this is because I just don't have any idea. It'd be like yesterday, I was making up birds. A new breed of birds, right? Because we can do that. When you're painting, you can totally do that. And I really like that mixed with the green and the brown. It really makes it pop. Right? Add those little highlights and stuff. Add a little bit of green to the white. So what kind of project would you all like to paint together? Can I get some suggestions? What are y'all thinking? And I'll read through everything. Okay? I would love to know if you want, somebody says an easy one. He thought the bird looked awesome. Hey, don't say anything about the bird because I think that I got flagged on Facebook for the bird because it had, I think they thought they thought we were saying some inappropriate things, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Methinks that's what happened, but I can't be sure, so. Oh, thanks, Amy. I love flowers. It just makes me happy. Flowers make everybody happy though. Okay, I think I need, what other color? So let's do some reds, right? Look, it's coming along. We need reds, maybe some like, sound effects help too, guys. If you go while you're painting, it makes it, see, it feels like that you paint better. Anybody else, or is that just me? I know. What can I say? It's true. I'm a sound effects girl. I'm gonna get my little, these are my friend Dion. She has a beautiful set of brushes that she has out that are wonderful. If you've not tried them, I'm gonna set those out. I might have to use those. They're actually in great condition right now. I love it. Sometimes I'm not so nice to my brushes and it irritates me. Oh, here's one. This is probably my favorite one from her, and it must be hers too because she calls it the favorite. Isn't that funny? These are Dion's brushes. They're really nice. Guilty of sound effects, Deborah, right? effects are good for everybody. Okay, what kind of flower do I need to make? Something red. I'm just kind of like randomly kind of looking. I think it needs to be like some little clusters, right? Let's do some little clustery kind of flowers. Well, hi Dina. How are you, my friend? Let's do like, I don't know. Oh yeah, that's good. That's good. So I'm taking her brush. It's called the Favorite. This is Dion's brush. And I'm actually using the side of it, okay? So I am, let me see if I can show y'all. I'm gonna just paint on my hand. I'm taking it, not like this, but I'm using that slender, skinny side, and I'm pushing down and I'm pulling in. See that nice little kind of teardrop that it makes? And I'm just kind of, I'm gonna make these kind of tubular, kind of, yes, I said tubular. You can tell I'm an 80s girl, right? Tubular. You guys remember all those goofy movies back in the 80s? Oh, Lord help us all. We made it through. Who else made it through the 80s? We made it. Good Lord. All right. But anyway, that is from Dion's, the turquoise iris brush called the Favorite. That's how I really like using that brush. Doing these little tubular kind of flowers are kind of fun. So I think I want to do like a cluster. Let's do like, we need this one going this way. Add some water if needed. I love the 80s. Who said that? Debbie. Casey says she barely made it. What's your favorite thing about the 80s? Mine might have been when it was over. I was born, okay, I'm gonna tell everybody how old I am. I was born in 68, so I really feel like I'm more of a 70s girl. You know, the 80s are just full of heartbreak for me. Heartbreak and bad decisions. Not necessarily in that order. Yeah. Oh, amen. Casey says, amen. Carrie says the music. How about over here? Any comments? What is your favorite thing about the 80s? Let's see. My favorite thing about the 80s. Big hair bands. I loved all the big hair glam bands. And the tight pants. I mean, I look at the kids today, and I'm like, what kind of men are these with the short hair? Where did all the long-haired men go? Bon Jovi. I know, I saw Bon Jovi, and I saw him in concert. He was so little. I didn't know he was that small. He was like pocket size. I didn't realize. I was kind of like, aw, Poison. Oh, goodness. Where our topics go, we never know. That red I'm really, really liking. It's almost reminding me of, oh, girl says the ruffled blouses. I do love a ruffled blouse, even today. Let me just tell you. Oh, Debbie, you're talking my language, girl. Van Halen. Okay, let's talk about Van Halen. Can we talk about Van Halen for a minute? Love Van Halen. How do you feel, or how did you feel when it went to Van Hagar? Were you upset about that, or were you good? I thought they were pretty amazing myself. So I was not hating on Sammy at all. I just wasn't. Because here's why. Because he came and he kicked rockin' butt. And I was like, dude is rocking. And, you know, you cannot hate on a person for bringing it. Oh. Yeah. Love that. So I'm just looking like the embroidery. If you guys have seen the lampshades with all the stitching and embroidery. Yes, everybody says Sammy rocked. Music was great, but I liked David Lee Roth better. You know what? David Lee Roth was awesome, but okay, so how did you feel about David Lee Roth being out solo on his own? Can I get what? Can I get a thumbs up or a thumbs down on how you felt about that? Because no. No. I did not enjoy him when he was out on his own. He was just, I just could not stomach him. I don't know why. So I feel like we need some more of these. Like, let's do, I don't know, one kind of fun conversation tonight, gang, I must say. Debbie says, no, just no, says Tony. I know. No. Yeah. And what does that tell you? So he thought he was Mr. Hot Stuff and could do it on his own? No. He was thinking he was bigger than Van Halen. So what's that tell you? The Van Halen brothers are the ones that brought Van Halen. Right? That's what that tells you. And I'm kind of overlapping stuff, but that's kind of what I want to do. I want to do this all the way around. Oh, he was rather, she said a bad word, but I'm not going to repeat it, but I agree, whoever said that word. What about Journey? You know what? I liked Journey when I was in junior high school, but I didn't like them in high school, and I'm not a big fan now. And I don't know why, because I'm just a small town girl. Living in a lonely world. Yeah. I don't know why. Oh, that's looking good. Yes. Oh, somebody else doesn't like Journey? I mean, I don't hate them. I don't hate them, but I don't love them. Okay, so let me think. What was my favorite? So in the 80s, like, what was I into? I really loved the music that came out in the 90s. But, okay, so we're back in the 80s. Well, you know, I love me some Prince. God rest his soul. I cannot believe he's gone to this day. It just is horrible. What else did I listen to? I listened to like Whitesnake, and you know, I was the big-haired hard rock girl. Yeah. Went to lots of concerts. Yeah, all that. Oh boy, that green really helps putting that in there. So what was your favorite band? Did you all tell me? I'll go through and read. I really liked U2 and Duran Duran. Really like Duran Duran. Okay, so let's talk 80s movies. Let's go there. Oh, The Wall. Yes, that was awesome. 80s movies. What was your favorite 80s movies? Now, there's nothing Molly Ringwald put out that I did not like, because I love her and I think she is my kindred spirit. Oh, I love Van Morrison. I still listen to Van Morrison to this day. I still listen to Fleetwood Mac. My daughter got me Fleetwood Mac for Christmas. I was so excited. How are you liking it, guys? I think I'm liking it a lot. I think I need to add some more red over here. Let's do it. Using Dion's brush. the favorite, Dion, if you're out there, I think this is my favorite too, girl. I think that's my favorite. Has a nice shape to it. All right, so let's do this one like right here. This red is really helping it, right? Helping it pop. What else are y'all saying? I can sing the whole Carole King tapestry. Oh, I was listening to that not too long ago. St. Elmo's Fire. Oh my gosh, yeah. Yep. I'm trying to think of what other movie. What else was big, like movie-wise, in the 80s? Trying to think. You know, Purple Rain, the best of both worlds. You had the music, you had the movie, the story, the motorcycle, the man with the long hair, but he had heels on. What's not to love about that? Oh, shoot. This you guys are cracking me up. The conversation that's going on. I'm loving it. Yeah. Trying to think of some good movies. I know, I'll think of it. Oh my goodness. Oh, what was the heartthrob's name, you guys, with, he played in Rumblefish. Do you guys remember Rumblefish? It was Matt Dillon. Yes. Yes. And then there was, okay, so I have to say the vampire movies were so much better back then. Like, what was that vampire movie with Kiefer Sutherland? I loved that movie. Delia likes The Breakfast Club. Yeah, I like that one too. What was the Kiefer Sutherland, Boys, wait a minute, something Boys. The Lost Boys. Oh my gosh, that's a good vampire movie. I don't like Twilight, no. No. I'm like, what is going on? No. Let's see, let's just do this one right over top, a little bit over top. Yeah. Sorry, my little paint demo is going all over the place today, gang. So the question is, well, first of all what was your favorite 80s song? Favorite thing about the 80s? And then we got into talking about music. What was your favorite music? And now we're on to movies. What is your favorite? Oh, Caddyshack. That was a good one. Oh my gosh. What about Vacation? Lampoon's Vacation. Oh my gosh. Those were so good. And the TV show back in the day, Saturday Night Live in the 80s was so good. Oh my goodness, I'm losing battery. Hold on, I might need to change my battery real quick. Hold on. Oh, I loved Blondie. Yes, indeed. Sorry, gang. Let me plug in here. I hope that's plugged in. I think it is. Okay. Hate to lose. You know, we're on such a good topic here. Yes. Loved Blondie. All the girl bands like Pat Benatar. Yeah. That was good. It's the good stuff. Let's do. Little one up here. And I'm kind of getting this very like 3 and 3 and 3, and I'll probably go in and add more so it's not so like completely perfectly numbered. But for right now, whenever I set up a painting, I'm trying to tell you what I'm doing here in case y'all are wondering. But if I'm ever painting something like this, I like to kind of get it centered, kind of, and then I go in and add filler and all that stuff. So right now I'm just kind of going around getting it all kind of centered, all that good stuff. My paint's starting to dry out on me. We had a question over here. Yeah, somebody's asking what I'm painting on. It is burlap, so it's very rough if you came in late. Yeah. I don't know. Good conversation tonight, gang. What else? What was your favorite food from the 80s? Now we're going to talk about probably some pretty toxic food that we all ate, like Pop Rocks. Right. Yeah. It was not good. The stuff we ate back then. Remember the, I don't know if they still have it. Remember the quick pizza? Like, what was it called? It was the pizzas that you put it on bread. Like, you put the sauce on the bread. I ate that almost every day when I came home from school. Forget what it's called. But Pizza Quick or something. I don't know. Something very not healthy, I'm sure. Favorite fast food of the 80s was what? Somebody says White Castle. Oh, yeah, we were always going to Burger King or Taco Bell. That was our spots back in the day. Now my daughter's really into the whole Taco Bell thing. She could eat there every night, I think. Hardee's. So funny. Oh, the topics you get into. Pizza Inn. Pizza Inn. I don't think we had a Pizza Inn. Wait a minute. We had... Those of you that are local, what was... I'm trying to remember this. Oh, my husband would be upset because we had our first date there. It was this... Oh, it was Village Inn Pizza, and you could go in, and they had the old-fashioned, great big movie screen on the wall, and they would play one after another, just the real old cartoons. That was our first date. So funny. It doesn't exist anymore. Pizza Inn is awesome. Okay, see how it's filling out, gang? So I think what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do this one side. I won't do the whole thing because I know we'll probably be here a while if I did the whole thing. But look how the white really pops. So I think it's a good idea on this burlap to keep that white going all the way around. And I may even, like through here, I put in some little, like, I don't know, let's do that right now. Let's do some little something, some kind of filler. I always call it like filler flowers, like the little baby's breath, or I don't know. I'm just trying to look at pictures of different wildflowers to get ideas. So let's see. It's a little something. Let's do little like clusters. I think that would be cute. See right down here where it's a little bit darker? That'll kind of brighten it up. Heading off to church. Good for you. Let's see. Oh, yep, it's prayer meeting night, isn't it? Oh, thank you. Thanks, Ronnie. Sorry I don't have my glasses on. I hope I got that right. Okay, so I'm gonna go back in. Comes the train. Let's do some little, let's just do some little clusters. Clusters. Can y'all hear the train? probably goes by, I don't know, I would say 4 or 5 times a day maybe. Yeah, I think the white kind of helps, doesn't it? Let's do... train is loud, it is, isn't it? Thank you, whoever said they love the colors. Thank you so much. They're very vibrant, aren't they? So, I mean, this is clay-based paint, but you can see how it really pops. This is what I use on my furniture for my furniture paint. But let me use a darker color. But you can see how vibrant it is, and very much you can use it for, you know, your artwork too. Just do a little bit of a, again, no idea what I'm painting as far as flowers. I'm just kind of making it up. That's a fun thing about florals and painting like this. You can kind of have fun with the colors and kind of match it up to your decor. It's just a great idea when you're trying to make something pretty, something maybe that's out of style, or something that you just have grown out of. It's just a great way to, you know, fall in love with it again and kind of make it a conversation piece, right? And get in there with your hands if you want to. There. That really softened it up a little bit. I'll give you a close-up of what I just did using my fingers. Hi, Melanie. This is my buddy. How are you, girl? I miss you. Chicky Poo. I love the stuff you're putting out. Your videos are awesome, girl. I miss ya. All right. So that just softened that up. I'm just doing that with my fingers. So I'm going to go back in with the white, work on this one. So if I didn't do that, this flower would end up looking the same as that. So it kind of mixes it up a little bit. Because we want this to look like it's just this bunch of flowers in a meadow, right? So this is going to be so cute on top of the base that I made, I think. I'm feeling like it will be, anyway. Thanks, Kim. Let's see, let's do a little. And I'm going back and forth with my knife and my brushes. Again, the brushes, this one in particular is from Dion. She has a set that she sells and they're wonderful. So you can ask her for those. She sells those, and they're also from the Paint Pixie. Look how cute, right? So I think, so let's put it on here, and then we'll talk a little bit about this before we leave, and then we'll end up closing it up so I can let y'all go back to your lives. Look how cute it's gonna look, gang. Let me change the camera. There we go. So look how cute. This is what you can do with a piece that you find at the thrift store. Thanks, Mel. So I've got one side, basically the biggest part done. I'm going to carry this through all the way around it, and I'm going to I'll go through in all these little open spots. I'll just kind of go in and I'll do like little, let me do a couple of those for you with the green we'll just do like some wispy little kind of green, looks like. We'll just do that all the way around, using that as filler and weeds, and just so that it looks like it's a meadow. So everything here was a secondhand thrift store find. Okay, so I have a video on YouTube showing this from start to finish on how to do the base, and this is part 2 of the Thrift Store UPcycle. So if you enjoy upcycling, if you enjoy art and DIY projects, then you're going to want to make sure that you hit the subscribe button, and you're going to want to make sure that you hit the little bell so that you get notified when I put out a new video. Some of them are pre-recorded and edited. Sometimes I do time lapses, sometimes I do live. So if you love this kind of stuff, make sure that you subscribe. And I hope you've enjoyed it. All right, everybody. I will catch you all later. Thanks so much for hanging out with me and chit-chatting. And I loved all the conversation about the 80s. It was a lot of fun. All right. So I'll see you all later. All right. Bye.